Yeah, don't, like it says, if you got people that are negative and they're dark, all I can say is that when they circumcised them, they threw away the best part. Just forget about them and, delete them off the site. We don't need any negative here, right? Okay. What's in the QRS and the TRB? Wow, that's a good question. That's going to be, I want to give that one to John Dowling. You can go and follow John Dowling on Rumble, and he would be more than happy to just get into his Rumble and ask him the question there, and he will get an answer to you. He's very, there's him. You can check Mark Z. He's on YouTube. You can check with Dr. Kaya Pruitt. She's also on Rumble. And she's very, very good. And you can ask any one of those three about the QRS and the TRB. And even maybe King John Smarty will know. And he's also on TikTok, right? Okay, so. Or you can message me here and I can give you the contact numbers to call. I'm doing pretty good about getting through all my messages. The Q phones here, and how will they? Well, we're not going to be able to, yeah, I mean, maybe we're going to have to give them out to us at the redemption, or maybe we'll have to go down to the local tech store and buy them. But there's 8 billion of them already manufactured on the planet. Now, I'm not saying that all 8 billion are going to be handed out, but they are going to be under one system, which is the Starlink system, the Tesla Starlink system, okay? There's not going to be no, Bill Gates, Microsoft bullshit. All this hidden crap that's in it, or any of this Chinese stuff with all these, little spyware that's inside of it. No, it's not going to happen that way. You like my short videos on the daily? Yeah, well, I'll try to get to them too, right? Because I do have a lot of information. I'm going to have a lot more time, gang, when I get over to the Philippines. Right now, I'm kind of, things are in a bit of a disarray. All those abused children, where did they go? I want to help. Yeah, well, I know everybody does, but the children have been rescued. And that's ongoing, okay? The children are still being rescued. And they're being taken off planet, okay? They're going into healing chambers and med beds and all kinds of wonderful things. And some are gone to another planet. Some gone to a beautiful, heavenly planet, like, a kind of like a Pandora type planet, where they have this beautiful quantum learning and quantum healing, and learn all about the intricate web of nature itself. And this planet here has been basically a test site for all the different species, negative and positive. And negative didn't work, right? They had their chance of 44,000 years and it didn't work. But, why we are basically galactic royalty is, and the galactics will tell you themselves, that we have survived it all. We survived 44,000 years of complete suppression, of tyranny and enslavement. We've even gone into slavery of enslaving our own people. People enslaving people, and whites enslaving blacks, and blacks enslaving whites. And we survived it all. We survived the test tube times and the cloning and all these different vaccines and all this bullshit. We've survived it all. Wars upon wars upon wars. Human humans are very, very resilient. And that was maybe what, is why we are treated like galactic royalty now, is because what we have gone through, right? Don't worry about the children. They're being well taken care of by some, really incredible people. Do we sign the NDA? Yeah, everyone is going to get one. Everybody gets that receives money or going into it will be asked to sign an NDA. If you don't, this is why I say you only have one account. There are no joint accounts, no mom and dad, pops, or everybody has their own responsibility. And we should have been taught this right from the beginning, to be able to handle our own money in our own way and forget about these banks. But they came and basically, took over and, threw out all these conveniences, and people, just was attracted to it. Yes, pray every day. It helps. I'm still standing with Trump. Absolutely. Good for you. Old Lady Patriot. That's a good one. Yeah. Just admitted President Trump defeated the New World. Yeah, Mark Carney just admitted, the Prime Minister of Canada just admitted that President Trump defeated the New World Order, which is coming right out of the crow's mouth. Well, Trump is helping the poor Americans, okay? He's what's going on right now. This is not really in this end of it here. Is not necessarily in his hands at this point. There is a plan that has been put together since 1963. That's a long, long time ago. That is now all on the chessboard, and it's all being played out. It's not that he doesn't want to do that. He's putting everything in position. If he starts handing out money at this point, it could create a lot of chaos, and that's the problem. Now, why it's not just a small amount, I don't know. I don't know the reason behind it, but all I can say is that there is no pain, no gain. I don't know why they're doing what they're doing, but I can tell you one thing: we are extremely close. We have survived this. We have survived everything to this point, and let's not give up now, family. We've already won the war. Okay. Yep. Welcome, Israel. Or what about Israel? I'm not sure. I think everybody's going to be taken care of very soon. I mean, I know that there's, a lot of people that are suffering out there, and, what about the people that are incarnated, but soon to be released? Or incarcerated. I'm sorry. The people that have been incarcerated, that will soon be released, are people that are non-violent, were charged for non-violent offenses. Minor drugs or whatever the case may be. But they're all going to be released. And, the violent criminals, which they're cleaning up right now, they have a special place that they're going to, right? Why is Canada a threat? It's not Canada's the threat. It's the regime that's operating, because they're being controlled by the deep state controllers that are still left. There are still deep state, high-level players out there that are controlling different countries. That's the Commonwealth countries. But Trump's about to take that all away from them. And he's about to take all the assets that each country has. Instead of, having the globalists take the assets from each one of those countries and put it in their own pocket. Trump's taking it from them and then giving the assets from each of those countries back to the people. That's what's going on right now. So you're dealing with, we're dealing with Carney is a threat to national security based on the amount of fentanyl and the Chinese cartels and the Mexican cartels that are inside Canada. That is harming not just Canadians, but all that shit is being shipped down to the States, and it's harming the American people there too. Okay? And that's got to be stopped. We have just as many cartels inside Canada as they do in Venezuela and Mexico. So what's Trump doing? Trump's cleaning up Venezuela and the closest ones, and I believe that Cuba might not even be a country. Okay, I believe that Cuba might even be part of the United States soon, because he's got Guantanamo Bay right there at this point, and once their regime, there was something in the news there about, baby Castro Trudeau was going to be, the new president of Cuba. There's not a place for that little prick to run to, okay? And if he thinks he's going to run that, that's another, maybe hopefully it's just part of the movie, but there's going to be a lot of changes, folks. Don't worry. We are in the driver's seat. What happens to the bailouts when the banks collapse? Well, they're in a bit of a shithole, aren't they? They better pull their money back in pretty quick. I don't know what to say about that. That's a really, really good question. But, the bailiffs, if they're going to be doing predatory lending or whatever the case may be, that's a very, very precarious job to begin with. It's a very high risk job. And, it's like the stock market. Why do people put, billions and billions of dollars into the stock market and expect to make money when when they are told every day there's billions being stolen back off the stock market and people are going broke. Families are being separated. It's a very high risk investment. Las Vegas didn't get built Vegas got built on losers. That's what Vegas got built on. Got built on millions and millions of losers that went there and lost all their money. Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to dig up all the questions here, folks. Yeah, they're all being arrested right now. We have no idea how much is being arrested. And like I said, they're taking the actors, they're putting body doubles in for them, and people can say, well, that can't be. I mean, that looks just like him and talks just like him. The amount of technology is out there is off the charts. Okay? And they can make anything. They can make, look how they did Avatar. That's just incredible. Look at the graphics in that. Yeah, King John Smarty. Yeah, he's a good man to follow. I don't know what you're talking about. That is not Alex. I'm not sure what you're saying there. I'm tired of this movie, but I know, it's going to be worth it in the long run. Yes, it's very, very true, Patriot, because we're in it to win it, and we've already won it. Now we just have to wait it out and wait for our bank accounts to grow. We're going to go, once this EBS comes and, you're going to, when everything comes, when everything collapses, okay? And, people go through this dark period. When the banks do, or the redemptions or wealth management places, whatever you want to call them, reopen, you're going to have brand new accounts. And you're going to be invited into them to pick up all your new paraphernalia. Okay? That's just the way it's going to work.